wake of Paris Saint-Germain's remarkable summer of business, there is still speculation surrounding Kylian Mbappe's future. Remarkably, it even partially overshadowed the unveiling of Lionel Messi. Sitting in front of the world's media, Messi, understandably, was the focus of attention while his new club announced him as their newest talisman. Then followed the questions, and the delicate subject of Mbappe. Nasser Al-Khelaifi was asked whether Mbappe is expected to stay at the Parc des Princes, and his answer was a defiant yes. He even insisted that the young striker has no excuse not to stay, given the quality of his team mates. Everyone knows the future of Mbappe. He is a PSG player, he said. Kylian is very competitive, he wants to win. He has publicly said that he does not want to leave the team and there are no doubts or excuses of any other kind. Mbappe stays. On paper, it was a clear answer. Indeed, the expectation at the club is firmly that Mbappe will remain. But even the strongest of words from the president himself hasn't been enough to prevent the rumors from swirling. The latest reports suggest that Mbappe has become concerned over the arrival of Messi, despite his signing set to combine the two forwards together with Neymar in a frankly terrifying front three for this season. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Messi penning his deal has irked Mbappe, who now fears that he will be thrust into the shadow of his two illustrious partners. A dazzling player in his own right, his worries seem foolish. Mbappe joined PSG in 2017, initially on a one-year loan deal, and he became a permanent member of their star-studded squad the following season for an eye-watering fee of £163 million, below Neymar's £200 million fee. There, he has won trophies, scored countless goals and cemented his reputation as one of the best players in the world already, despite his tender age. But, with his contract ending next summer, he may feel he has reached his ceiling. And, with all of these factors thrown up into the air haphazardly, it is little wonder there is a hope among a section of Real Madrid supporters that, potentially against the odds, they will be able to snap up Mbappe. For this summer at least, though, it truly appears like an impossible dream. Understands that Real Madrid are extremely pessimistic about Mbappe leaving PSG and joining them this summer. As they see it, PSG hold all the cards, and find themselves in a privileged, and unfair, position of not having to care as most other clubs would if Mbappe does choose to wind down his deal and walk away. There is also a belief that, despite the reports of his discontent, Mbappe would be open to spending the next campaign working alongside Messi, scooping up trophies in the process, and then moving on with a big signing, on fee as a bonus. On their side, Real Madrid would also struggle to make this switch happen. The club spent nothing last season, having been ravaged by the effects of the pandemic, and are also braced for another quiet summer this time around. This may be purposeful, with the savings potentially allowing them to afford Mbappe's wages and any extras for his contract and avoid giving PSG's coffers a boost. The price tag is likely to be over £100 million. As it stands, even if PSG were to concede defeat and allow Mbappe to leave over the coming weeks, Real Madrid would only be able to afford him after selling several first-team players, which they are currently struggling to do. That leaves every party stuck in a form of limbo, with all the pressure on Mbappe's shoulders to make up his mind. While he does so, he will train alongside Messi and prepare as usual now the new season has begun in France. Any suggestions that he is feeling insecure over the all-time great joining him in Paris was waved away on Thursday after his post on social media. Mbappe uploaded a photo showing them hugging, captioned "Welcome to Paris, Leo." But was that enough to banish the conspiracy theories for good? Of course not. Hordes of internet users have theorized that, because Mbappe didn't like any of PSG's posts relating to Messi, there is animosity between them. Forgetting the fact that players commonly make use of social media agencies to look after their online presence, the lack of a like suggests nothing. In fact, it's more likely that Mbappe, like most young players, idolizes the mercurial ace. But while there is no definitive answer from Mbappe over what lies ahead, this crazy way of thinking will continue. The arguments over financial fair play, for example, followed a similar route, but they too have now been debunked. "I don't necessarily need to go fast," Mbappe had insisted back in June when questioned over his future. "I have to make the right decision, which is difficult, and give myself every chance to make up my mind." I am in a place where I like myself, where I feel good. But is this the best place for me? I don't have the answer yet. I know that a project with or without me is not quite the same for the club. But PSG understand my feelings. There is a respect between Mbappe and PSG, the club that have done so much for him over the past 4 years. But there is also a patience that may snap, because it does not make good business sense for them to be left in the dark. In the event of a parting of the ways, Real Madrid have been tipped to make a deadline day swoop. This, according to various reports, may only be possible if PSG decide to cut their losses now for a fee, rather than lose him for nothing. Either way, on both sides of the fence Mbappe has 2 stellar options most players will only dream of: PSG or Real Madrid, playing with Messi and gunning for the Champions League, or becoming a new cult hero at the Bernabeu. Someone who has managed both of those, Sergio Ramos, has unsurprisingly waded into the debate. He believes that Mbappe should stay at PSG for the foreseeable future, before eventually making the move across to Madrid. Madrid is one of the best clubs in the world. On a historical level, the best, Ramos told AS. For me, great players have to go through there. But now I want him on my team. I want to win, and for that I want the best to be by my side. Advice on a personal level I could never give. I could tell him something from experience, but I would do it in private. As a PSG player, I would like him to stay. I like to play with the best, and Mbappe is one of them. On the other hand, Toni Kroos says he would not be surprised if Mbappe was to become a team mate of his at Real Madrid. Mbappe, who is believed to earn around £375,000 a week before bonuses, would combine silkily with the midfielder. I prefer to talk about signings that have already been completed, he said in an interview with Bild, with Mbappe's future once again proving to be a hot topic. But since Real always want the best, I would not be surprised. In public, PSG's stance continues to be that Mbappe, who netted 42 goals in 47 matches last season, is not for sale. Boss Mauricio Pochettino, now blessed with a super team, has also played down the prospect of his exit. Any move would not mean that Kylian would leave, he said. So far, he has proven to be correct. Even with Messi arriving to much fanfare, there are no indications at the club that a mass exodus is about to begin. Ultimately, the final say in the matter belongs to Mbappe, despite Al-Khelaïfi firmly believing that he is in control. He has revealed that he will never sell the striker, and says that no other clubs can come close to matching PSG's project. I will be clear, Mbappe is going to stay in Paris, Al-Khelaïfi said, adopting the same hardline tone used earlier this week. We will never sell him, and he will never leave on a free transfer. Mbappe has everything he needs in Paris. Where can he go? What club, in terms of ambition, can compete with PSG today? All I can say is that things are going well, and I hope we can reach an agreement on a new contract. He went on to add, echoing Angel Di Maria's confidence that an exit is unlikely. This is Paris, this is his country. He has a mission, not only to play football, but to promote Ligue 1, his country and his capital. However, his words simply underlined the perception in Spain that PSG are football's golden cage. Not long after the interview was splashed across the front of L'Équipe, Real Madrid supporters got Free Mbappe trending on social media. The view there is that, just like Neymar, Mbappe is imprisoned by the richest club in the world, and that there is nothing Real Madrid, and previously Barcelona, are able to do to stop them. This will only have become worse over recent days. Now, though, the difference is that Real Madrid firmly believe Mbappe wants to join them, to the extent where he would refuse to sign a new contract in Paris and leave on a free. There is little his current club can do to stop that. So while there is an acceptance that this summer has likely come too early to finally bring in Mbappe, Real Madrid are safe under the impression that, eventually, he will join them. PSG think he will stay, meaning one club will be horribly wrong. It's a tug-of-war with the world's most valuable player in the middle. Currently, there is no way of knowing which way he will go. The only certainties are the difficulty of the deal, and the fact that the wild speculation is here to stay.